Hello there, chat. I don't know if those are the correct ones there, but no copyright sounds is what you listen to, Russ. Hello, chat. We're having music now? No, that's always the intros. I usually was changing at the beginning, but the Pop-Tarts, we're keeping the same stuff. Russ was just asking. It's in the bottom left here on the starting screen, chat. I don't mind calling it out. It's pretty sweet music. If you haven't checked out their YouTube, definitely go look at it. The intro music's pretty sweet, isn't it? It's a bunch of stuff. I have a plugin that's supposed to show what's streaming, but that plugin broke. So, oh well, chat. Yeah, that one's actually meme. That one's actually, for the record, that one is actually called memes. It is literally called memes, just like that. All right, chat. Radley B, Zale Gaming, Stickball Roast, Pop-Tarts, and others. Welcome. It's Tuesday, second Monday. Zale knows what's up. We got one league tonight. I got to get off for work later, so we got one. Even if it's 50 minutes, it's going to be a really short stream then. If it's longer, it's going to be longer. Maybe we'll take our time, but I have to be off for that, so things got switched around at work, and I promised I'd be on, so there you have it. That's why it's a short stream. That's why the title, but we're going to play some Pyro Prison. We're going to play this, quote, optimized list. I believe this is exactly the list that Stickball Rush just had published. So if you're wondering if this can 5-0 in a competitive league, yes. He's claiming 80%. I haven't had such luck. I ran this list several times over the weekend and did poorly, but maybe I just don't understand. Dogfight, what's up, man? Thanks so much for rating my roommate. He had a blast. Thank you. No problem. No problem. A third one of these? Okay, maybe I've dropped one. Do I need the third one? I don't think I do. Do you get to see your beautiful face? It's right here. It's right here. You realize I'm actually the fish, chat. You're trying Mutavault again? Fair enough. You do realize, chat, that I am the fish. Sup, guys? I got a weak fin, so the guy that's driving the machine, the big giant box over there, he's just translating for me. I'm very quiet. Yeah, the whole fluffy wolf thing, it's kind of like the sheep and the wolf thing. You know? Do we need to go over this list, chat? I kind of skipped that. I'm just chatting with you guys. 12 lock pieces, 9 ritual effects, 21 lands, Rabbles, Chandras, Hazards, Koth, Chain Rose, Slagstorm, Abrade, some sideboard, and that walking ball. Okay, we're good. If that was too fast, go check out another video. I promise that deck list has been on several times. We'll run it with one less mount or runes. Otherwise, you can hit exclamation point deck, just like that. Get the deck list. Thank you, Dogfight. Let's get rolling. And like I said, it's gonna be one league. It's gonna be short. Just gonna have to go with it. I think in a few weeks, Boyle is coming out for a Legion War Boss. I could see that. I don't know if Boyle's been very good lately. We'll see. All right, 3 Chandras, and 1 land. This is like a pseudo mull to 4. So does this 4 win? Absolutely not. We'll mulligan this. Mulligan. No lands, chat. It's gonna be a great evening. Is it Monday, chat? Oh, chat. We've had one land in the first 18 draws. What's going on with the braid here today? The braid doesn't even want to show up today. It's embarrassed. Against an unknown opponent, I think I have to mulligan. Like, this is decent against burn if we have a land. So we'll mulligan this. I'll look for lands. One land. It's a terrible land. I don't even want to play this out immediately. Mulligan. There we go, chat. Turn 1 Chalice. Walking Ball will bottom you. Alright, we'll see if it's good enough. I think if they thought sees me, I'm not going to play it. I'll just concede. Do I want to show them anything here? Do I want to show them anything? They haven't given me a whole lot. They're probably Mardu. The question is, do I even want to show them what's going on over here? I think it's just Scoop. It's Scoop. We have a Bloodstain Mire and a basic Swamp. This is kind of interesting, other than they know who I am. Alright, chat. We're going to play the strictly strategies. I'm going to go ahead and draw, though, and see what we would have drawn. Land, 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 Rabblemaster, Koth. We wouldn't have been able to cast Koth, probably. Because we wouldn't have the 4th land, because I probably would have ritual. No, we'd have 4 lands here. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, what do we think? With their Mardu? We think they're Mardu Pyromancer? Is that what we're going to go with? I think that's where we want to go. If it's Jund, we're kind of sideboarding in a similar fashion here. We have to make all the right calls here. Wow, what is going on, chat? Apparently people are sleeping today. I think it's Mardu Pyromancer. I'm tempted to go all 4 bridges out here and go with the Mardu Pyromancer kind of play here. That's what I'm leaning towards. I think that's the smartest play. We're having to really kind of think about this. It was a Bloodstain Mire. You think all in on Mardu? We can go all in on Mardu here. Kind of ignore the Spyglass here and go Eidolon's, Hazard, and Angers. I think I pull out like 1 or 2 rituals, right? Something like this, and bring in the Abrade as well. Keep a couple of bridges in. Just hedge our bets. Maybe I don't need this Abrade. Because we have the Slag Storms, Angers, and Chain Whirlers. Alright, we're going to play as though it's Mardu. Jund is on a slight uptick. The Blood Moon would be great to keep in here if it was Jund. It's hard to say, though. We didn't get a lot of information. We could hedge our bet slightly and take 1 Anger out and pull 1 Blood Moon in. I can out aggro. Something like that. I'm going to take 1 ritual out. I'm going to bring 1 Blood Moon back in. And we'll submit. Just hedging our bet just slightly. That might be Jund. A Blood Moon's not bad against Mardu Pyromancer. It's just not that powerful. Alright, let's play first. Yes. It can be. Alright, we're going to keep this. This is a stellar hand compared to what we've seen tonight, chat. Absolutely stellar. Alright, we can do something with this. Our opponent mulled. Maybe they'll mull to Oblivion this time. I actually don't mind having gotten rid of one ritual at this point because we have 3 lands here. No turn 1 play. We'll have a turn 2 play though. Okay, so we don't have... Let's see here. I think it's still Chalice. Is it Chalice here? Probably, because it's probably a Bolt. This will be our opportunity to get a Chalice down anyway. I don't really mind doing this. It'll protect our Eidolon here. Could be Hollow One. Could be Hollow One. It'd be a little odd that they fetched a basic swamp. Hollow One's a little aggressive there. Our opponent's playing around Blood Moon. Mardu Pyromancer chat. Alright. We're looking fine here. Go ahead and play our Eidolon out here and pass turn. So we have sideboarded probably about 85-90% correct. Let's see if we can beat them here. Hazard's great if we can get it down. So we need one more land. One more land, I might just place Hazard into play and then do like a Chandra and Eidolon the following turn. Hope for another land. Like 2 running lands here would be fabulous. I think if they have any discard here, I actually discard potentially Chandra. Alright, they kill our Chalice and our Eidolon here and make a token. We're medium okay with that. Something tells me they have a Thoughtseize. Alright, so an Abrade shows up here. Maybe we just Abrade this so it doesn't get out of control. Alright, we'll go ahead and Abrade it. I'd rather get the Eidolon down in some cases, but then blowing this up means they have like at least 2 1-drops, I think, here. So that would be another point. It'd be doing damage to them, but they're going to go super wide. Like, our play is get Hazoret down. I know he won't attack immediately. The last thing I want them to be doing, though, is like Thoughtseize this. So I want to get a Hazoret down. Kill that thing. We did. You're a little behind, though, Russ. You'll catch up. Don't worry. Alright, Lingering Souls. That's fine to see. Hits for 1. Another reason Chandra is not a great play first. Land? Alright. And what is going on, chat? Look at this. It's dark. Chandra went to sleep. This is... No, I know what's going on, chat. This is the game literally telling you don't play Chandra. It's trying to help us. I really think it's Hazoret, though. I guess Hazoret's soft to a Liliana here. You like Chandra plus Eidolon? I could do that. And we have 2 Hazarets right after. Hoping that they don't Inquisition or Thoughtseize. You like the Chandra Eidolon? Hits for 2. Alright, I can see that. We'll attempt to cast Chandra, see what's going on here. Look, Chandra's in the dark, chat. Chandra's sleeping. I guess because I have redundant Hazarets. If I didn't have redundant Hazarets, like if this was, say a Koth, how would you feel about that? We can block now, kill this, play Hazoret. I don't mind actually trading a Chandra in for this Bedlam Reveler. I could attempt to attack him with Eidolon, see if they block with Bedlam Reveler, and then Slagstorm. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a Slagstorm here wouldn't be bad, and then uptick Chandra here. We don't get to play anything out with Chandra. No, I can't. It's 3+3 mana. I'm gonna go ahead and swing here and see what happens. Strange mindset. Whoa, what's up, man? This feels good right here. All right, we're gonna tick up just to see if we were to hit a different spell. Rabble Master's fine here. Deal 3 to each creature, clear the board. Now we have 2 Hazards coming down. Eidolon is really good, but so is Hazoret, especially when my opponent's at 11. I have Ruins. It's 2 swings. Inquisition's not going to do it. Hopefully that's what they're going to play here. Faithless Looting from my opponent. I know they'll have Lingering Souls. I think I'm going to be okay. I could down-tick Chandra, but I didn't want to. I like keeping Chandra. That's a blank. That one's a blank. They have to have double Thoughtseize here. Otherwise, we're getting a Hazoret down, chat. Lingering Souls. I feel real good right now. That was casted from hand, by the way, not from the yard. Okay. So, what do we do here? Let's tick up for damage. Let's play Hazoret. Let's exile. Let's swing, chat. I feel like we're in a great spot here. We can adjust our sideboard slightly. We have 1 or 2 changes. Otherwise, we're pretty good here. Any room for the Rampaging Ferocidon? Also, Chandra might just kind of slowly win this game. If they Liliana, then we and we do things. Land here wouldn't be maybe terrible. Plays Lingering Souls again. Land. I'm gonna tick up. The reason for playing that land is because I can use it as an activation. I imagine they block here, and then Chandra's gonna go to 1, maybe more because they might bolt it. But this is all damage going to Chandra, buying us tons of time here. If they have us discard, we can activate for Hazoret. Is that the one that's 3 mana every time a creature enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to its controller? Let's take Chandra to 1. Just gonna cast Lingering Souls here. We're gonna cash in one of these Ruins. I don't know if there's a place for Rampaging Ferocidon. Mainly because we play Rabble Master, and that would hurt us behind a bridge. I wouldn't play it main, at least. Bonus Lingering Souls. So our opponents apparently got all the Lingering Souls. And? Alright, let's fire one of these off. Take them to 5. Simeon's Spirit Guide. For a Chain Whirler? We'll discard a card. And we'll put them to 1. And I'll swing, for obvious reasons. Land. Does it? You think Eidolon would have won me this game, even though they would have had a Bedlam Reveler swinging for like 7 a turn? Because they've cast several 1-mana spells? That Bedlam Reveler would have hit us way down in all these spirits. We would have lost. Would we not have? At this point, I have so many outs. My opponent's out is like something like a Trumpet Blast or something. So like the following turn, it would have gotten at least +2/+2 from prowess triggers. And we wouldn't have been able to block. If we blocked, then Chandra would have lived for 1 turn. Chandra was at 3, but so we minus that. We minus that, and then they have, yeah, we have Eidolon out. I guess we tack in and see if they'd wanted to play into it or not. But they've ditched a Bedlam Reveler as well, so they would have gotten another one. They just opted not to play it. They played all the Lingering Souls instead. Basically, worst card here is Liliana, which could happen. Our opponent's splitting the difference here. Collective Brutalities keeps himself alive for a turn. Okay. I think we have it here. We'll play the land and swing in. At their end step, we get to pitch this hazard, and then the following turn we get to ruins. They don't play Helix, but they play Collective Brutality. Alright, so we should have it unless they have another Collective Brutality here. Ditch Hazards. We'll get there, we'll get there. Lightning Bolts me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're looking for a top deck here. They have a Faithless Looting to look a little further here. You're behind, Russ. You need to, like, refresh the stream, man. You're making calls, which we've already done. Alright, don't slow roll me, opponent. You got the bolt? You have the Collective Brutality to win this? Collective Brutality or bolt does it. Alright, we got there. I just don't know if the other route would have done it. I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, so I've actually brought in an Uba Mask against a Pyro, Mardu Pyromancer before, and I don't know if that was a smart idea, but it was pretty funny when it happened. Like, Blood Moon's not very good here. We can probably get rid of these Blood Moons completely. And, like, Uba Mask is very interesting. Because they usually are trying to play Bedlam Reveler pretty quick. Pirate Captain, what's up, man? Uba Mask is not good. I would agree with that statement, but it's kind of funny. The Abrade can come in for sure over a Blood Moon. That is a yes. I still think this is hilarious, though. But it's hilarious. It's hilarious, especially against Faithless Looting. It's like another Chalice on 1. It's hilarious. Torp Orb. Torp Orb shuts off our Chain Whirler and only shuts off their Bedlam Reveler. This literally does the same thing. Draw 2, man. That we could have lost. I'm fine with either one of these. Uba Mask is just hilarious, though. And I'm not thinking late game. I'm thinking Bedlam Reveler draws 3. I kind of want to do this. Cage isn't bad. Cage would probably be better than Torp Orb, quite honestly. I'd be more interested in, like, bringing a Cage in instead of this. I really like this Uba Mask, though. You've got me, like, real hyped up on this. You have me so hyped up on this right now. Pirate Captain, thank you for the follow. Oh, you mean draw 2, like, because it goes to the yard. I don't know. Alright, we'll keep this. It's a pretty decent hand against our opponent. Probably turn 1 Thought Seize me or something here. They have to probably take Chalice. The box is super hidden. What box? There's no boxes here. There's only cups, chats, Charles. Information tab in the bottom left. That's where Karn sleeps. When they're empty-handed and gave lots of mana. What? Your statement is confusing. Faithless Looting. You expanded chat. Good job, man. Yeah, we tuck Karn in at night. We take care of our Karn down the bottom left. I was giving Russ some crap on the Discord about having Tron deck. I do have 1 Karn, but it has a story, and so I probably will never trade him away. I was playing at PAX South. It was a Chaos Draft, which they haven't done since the very first PAX South, which I'm very upset about. I gave great feedback. I thought it was fabulous. We were playing the Chaos Draft, and I pack one, pick one, and opened a Karn. I just put it down upside down on my ooh, another Thoughtseize on my play map. We drafted. I immediately went to sleeve it and flipped it, and like people flipped out at the table. It was great. And then no one wanted to play it. It showed up like 3 times during the draft too. It was pretty fabulous. We'll chalice on 1 here. We drew it. There's only Thoughtseize and Faithless Looting in the yard. Nothing too detrimental here yet. Our cage is offline at the moment. PAX South 2019 is January 19th and 20th. You are correct. Might Collective Brutality. That would be kind of the worst thing to see here. Wouldn't mind a top deck Hazoret here. Alright, I'm gonna just hold him. Do I hold him? Man, I feel like this is just like eat something here. No, they can't Radley. I think this is a draw go here. I think we save him. I think we win this by a larger attack, and it gives us kind of 2 redundant ways to mess with their creatures here. I'd rather get some value out of some Lingering Souls here. We're going to probably need to do this twice. Our opponent is going to get white mana here. I'll wait. I don't think a 3/3 is going to win this. I'd be surprised if a 3/3 wins this. There's a good reason not to have jammed him there. I'll discard this Ritual. Liliana's a bit of a problem, but maybe we'll do amazing things here. Looks like I'm gonna have to play it though. They get rid of their own Dreadbore. This is awkward because the Chain World can ping this off for 1, but then what are they playing right behind it? Creatures, probably. That's a really good draw. Actually, we're going to be playing Rabble Master here. He's much better to play here. Play Rabble Master. I'm actually tempted not to play this land in case they decide to tick up with Liliana. And then I can hold Anger and Chain Whirler here. I'm going to find another land. I don't have too many 4-drops. Let's go ahead and hold the land. Yeah, that was probably one of the best draws for us. A Chandra wouldn't have been too bad seeing his Dreadbore disappear. This is nice, though. Kolgan's command, kill this, minus is kind of a lot, but if they minus, we can Chain Whirler, so. I need the 4th. Yeah, but I have 2 plays that are on 3 right now. Alright, so they get rid of Rabble Master with a Collective Brutality here. Each player discards. I think I want to discard this land still. I really do. I'm going to go ahead and do it. It doesn't feel right to play it. There's a land again. So we're definitely attacking Liliana here. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Chain Whirler here. I can ditch Anger next. I'm going to hold both. Think about it. My opponent's got 1 card in hand. We have to keep this in mind too. I know you can't see this, Russ, because it's uber tiny on your mobile screen. Bedlam Reveler. So like here they tick up now, and then what do I get rid of? So I have to get rid of Anger now. I have to get rid of Anger at this point. We've given ourselves the option, though. By just jamming Gemstone, you know, wouldn't have given ourselves the option. They probably have something now, but we'll see. Chandra one time. Exactly, Chandra one time. We'll see. Opponent has one card. Alright, that's not a Chandra. Do we have to hold back here? We probably do. I can't really swing in here. We'll go ahead and just F6 to my opponent's turn. I need something to get rid of Bedlam Reveler. I can't just swing in because they're going to block. They're going to block and they'd be happy to trade. They might even just like, who knows. Scariest thing here to see would be Lingering Souls. Opponent ditches a land, has one unknown card, maybe a 1-drop. I've seen Ubamask like 3 times. Ironically, I've brought it in this matchup. Alright, so Rabblemaster's okay, except it sends Chain Whirler flying in. What we might do here is play Rabblemaster post combat. One of the reasons to just do this now, though, would be we play it, we send in, we lose Chain Whirler, we get 2 in at Liliana. Puts Liliana 2/2. Then we have 3 goblins plus Rabblemaster. We could, like, try to get this off. So it's probably better to play it pre-combat, even though we're going to lose Chain Whirler here. But playing it now pretty much guarantees Liliana's going to be off in 2 turns, which is probably where we need to be. This goes to 3. They could tick down. It just sends Chain Whirler in kind of blindly here, unfortunately. Where if we give ourselves 1 draw here, we can do maybe something. Having the second token, though, is kind of good against removal. But the removal is going to hit Rabblemaster. Alright. We'll just send him into his death here. Sorry, Cousin Chain Whirler. Yeah, Chain Whirler's, you're right, not getting any better. We'll go ahead and send them all at Liliana. I can't beat a Liliana here. I don't really want this to be up at 5 and 6 here in 2 turns. So knocking it down will give us a few more turns. The question is, if I were to get a Chandra, what am I doing with it? Am I trying to kill this Reveler? Maybe. My opponent also hasn't done too much here, which is kind of nice. We'll hope for no Lingering Souls. I'm assuming it's going to be a tick up. Maybe they like both. Maybe they want to hold a Dreadbore. I don't know. This isn't good. They're tapping mana. Collective Brutality. Once again, chat. Opponent's really good at drawing those. Discards, so we're 0 to 0. They're going to tick up here. Okay. I imagine this still stays back here. Hazard would be fine. Chandra would be fine. Ooh, it's not staying back. All right. Well, we'll ping Liliana down to 1. All right, I like pinging Lily down to dead here. I don't like any more activations of Liliana here. All right, sweet. Walking Ballista is not the best card, necessarily. He's not very aggressive here. He's going to take a lot to make him useful. I will just go ahead and just take this to the face if he attacks. That's fine. We can hit back for 4 if he just, like, you know, Faithless or Fatal Push or Bolts just to get the Prowess trigger. Oh, yes, baby. All right. Woo, mom dog. Let's see here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 spells here. Let's assume they were both collective brutality. That's 4. Plus 5 is 9. I swing with the team. Do I leave one back? I might leave one goblin back just to be super safe. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can leave one back here. Just to be super safe. We're gonna be probably pitching with Hazoret. We could also be pumping here. We can swing. We can. There's a lot of things. I like the one back here. Just to play around something strange. Fatal push. I'm playing around the strangest of things. I'm good with whatever my opponent's doing here. Lingering Souls buys him enough time, so I wouldn't want to worry about that. So, Prowess. I mean, if he swings here, then we don't block and we just swing and kill him. The math by 1 is offset by Walking Ballista. I'll talk through my line a little better. Strangest of things. Looks like we got him. We got him and we didn't even play game 1. Yeah, he'd have to chump Hazoret here and then we hit for 3, 4. Oh, baby. Sweetheart. It's a pleasure to see you there. Yeah, if I draw nothing, I can tick up. Walking Ballista makes the math so that we can be 1 short on that 50-50 swing there. So I like that. Bam! 2-1, and we didn't even play game 1, chat. Didn't play game 1, and we made the call. We made the call for what our opponent was playing. We put him on 2 decks, and we sideboarded a little closer to 1. We got there. Chalice is good. Every now and then I get this urge to just pull Chalice out and put something else in that's more aggressive, and I instantly get beat in the face by some deck. So it's miserable. Oh, by the way, Russ, that whole matching up statistically, 1-0 versus 4-0, I didn't think that could happen, Russ. Dream crush time, chat. Let's go. And then the second hazard has made a huge difference. It has. Gemstone pitch Chandra here. Opens Chalice, potentially Blood Moon in a turn 2. Slagstorm. I think we keep this. This seems fine. MTGO is never paired correctly. It pairs based on other things. It's trying to get you into a game quicker. Opponent's mulled to at least 6. Keeps hand. We'll Gemstone here. I am going to pitch this Chandra. There's like 3 other cards our opponent would probably prefer to take here. A Bomat here. Forgot to do this before Gemstone triggered, caused our opponent to skip their combat. My opponent's sighing. We'll see if the 1 point matters. We'll see if the 1 point matters. I don't think it will. We'll play Blood Moon next. We're not in any hurry here. If MGO can't screw you with a shuffler, it does with the matchups. Crap. I think I just play Blood Moon anyway. I've got to draw another land anyway, and this will make this gemstone a Blood Moon anyway. It's kind of like meh. But if they need black, they gotta go get it here. If they need white for some reason, this deck's usually like pretty much mono red with a few black spells though. So don't play that sit tight. That gemstone cavern's doing nothing for us. There's nothing for me to play there. It literally just sits in hand. It might get Chandra out here. So would 2 lands. We're gonna play Chain Whirler first anyway, probably. Oh, hi, Chain Whirler. Alright, see? It's just sitting in hand if it was there. It's doing nothing. Now my opponent only has one red, which is kind of interesting with Bomat here. They're going to cash this in at some point, guaranteed. If we can get this while they have this tapped out, it'd be great. The bet reason to sit tight would be they fetch a non-basic. That's fair. That being said, that would give Bomat 2 triggers. And again, this list here across from us is red-black. Predominantly red, so it doesn't really matter. It's also a lot of 1-drops, chat. This is doing like... This is stopping like 5 cards easily. 5 cards and they probably have like a 2-mana removal or something. There's an argument to sitting tight and just letting Bomat do his thing for a while. But that draws my opponent a lot of cards, so we'll have to cash this in probably right now. I think Chain Whirl is probably fine here to be aggressive. Slag Storm hits a lot more things. This will get rid of Bomat. They'll cash this in because they can't play anything. I'm just kidding. Why would they do that? Gristlebrand Gorios? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is just like a bunch of like 1-drops that Bomats. My opponent says so many misclicks. So many. I guess they misclicked here because they needed a discard, but I would consider that not a I would consider that not a misclick because our opponent hasn't revealed any information. Alright, so Angers come in here. Braids, Eidolons can be considered here. Hazard's too slow in this matchup. We'll bring a Graph Digger's Cage in because people think stuff. Bushwhacker's usually in this list, so Torpor Orb needs to come in here. Sideboard as if I'm playing against Burn, pretty much. There is a slight argument to keeping a bridge in or two, but it's probably fine to do a burn sideboard. I'm kind of questioning this Hazard. I might consider Hazard actually over the Eidolons and kind of do with the 6 here, with 4 out here, and see, like Chain Whirl is actually decent in this matchup, which is what we'd pull out for burn. My opponent had black mana. I don't think Blood Moon's as good. It's not like burn. I mean, maybe he has bump in the night. I don't know. Blood Moon's probably not as strong here in this matchup. Again, their deck is normally predominantly 1-drops and predominantly red. It's not like Bridgevine where black matters and I'd leave the Blood Moons in. I'm only going off of a Bomat red-black list I've seen before, which was Bomat, like Swift Spear, Goblin Guide, and then like a Bushwhacker, which was a ton of damage. So we'll kind of play this line here. My opponent did indicate so many misclicks, but I can't figure out why yet. Yeah, Chalice on 1 is pretty big. We'll keep this hand. Keep. Good luck, opponent. Thoughtseize me. Any new province with the 21 viewers and those possibly popper playables, mono white shenanigans over there. How are you fine people doing today? Alright. There's a bridge from below, by the way. So it would be nice. It would be nice to have our bridges. Could die pretty quick, chap. I don't have too many 1-drops though, so not too many. This is Mono Red Prison, or as we like to call it, Pyro Prison. What's up, Totally Not Derpy? So we made the wrong call, and our opponents had a wear and tear, chat. We're miles behind, and we've sideboarded completely incorrectly here. So I can't say I've seen a Bridgevine deck with a Bomat in it. We'll probably lose game 2 here. We'll have to win it in game 3. But we should be fine. There's a Bridgevine. We do have the Graph Digger's Cage, though. Thought Seizes. Takes Cough. Blood Moon's actually slightly better here, but they'll probably take Cough here. There goes Cough. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Do I drink? No. Walking Ball makes it 2/2. And one more spell, please. Black spell. Graveclaw. Vengevine returns. It's going to be a tasty Blood Moon, but we're going to die. And take 2 turns. 2 turns here. They also have Wear and Tear. This is very interesting to me. Let's play our Blood Moon out here. We're going to go ahead and take 8. And then we'll Braid. I mean, this makes just a 2/2, and I get hit for 6 if I just Braid. And they potentially could have 2 spells to cast. We shut them off at black here. I am going to need a lot of help, though. Lots of help. An Anger would be fine. But that's the kind of help I need right now. They can take my Braid. Anger off the top. Alright. Let's sideboard correctly, chat. We're just going to play two matches every game. We're just going to not play correctly. Braid's back in here. Bloodman's back in. These are good against this matchup. Cage was the correct one. Torp Orb's kind of hit or miss. Let's see here. Chain Whirler's not as good here, nor is Rabble Master. See, you can see how it's shifting already, chat. Bring these back in. I guess I could leave the Torp Orb in, because they have the Ingot Chewer. Is that rain? No, it's not. What is that noise? That's so weird. Alright, so we're bringing Blood Moon back in. They have about 20 to 24 1-drops. You'll notice that they're all black when they're played. And then Bridge needs to stop Bridgevine. Cage is fine as well. I kind of want these hazards out. Oh well. Alright, so this is not a keepable hand. We'll die before we get any of this out. We'll mulligan this. Alright. We'll keep this. I'm going to bottom the Walking Ballista. We're going to try to get a Blood Moon out here pretty quickly. They could Thoughtseize it away. Bowmat here. That's fine. That's fine with us. You like the top there? I don't. I don't. Blood Moon here. This should keep them off black, which will be good. Been following the deck on MTG Salvation for a month or so. Watching your stream helps, and I've played a variant for a month on MTGO. Nice. What is your variant? By the way, they could cash in Bowmat here. That'd be kind of interesting. We'll see if they play 2 1-drops here. Gemstone Caverns. This card literally is starting to haunt me. Neonate. Notice it's all red spells, chat. All red so far. Can't play their Stitchers, though. Bowmat's interesting to see here. I wouldn't mind seeing them play one more spell here. Then they can't do this. Look at this, chat. What is this? Before combat, I'll consider killing this. Not very good, chap. So many of these. I wouldn't mind a Bridge, an Anger, a variety of things here. Double Bridge is kind of annoying here. They discard a Bloodstained Mire and they get more of this stuff back. So a reason to abrade here at end step is... okay, we'll get to abrade that. Oh my gosh, chat. But a reason to abrade regardless is it gives us a blood moon as an out. Kill this. Alright, so they have 16 power here. Plus this, so they have us dead next turn. I lost the game when I bottomed the ballista. So far, it has saved us 4 points of damage. Because they've done all of this on instant speed, and they could have responded to our walking ballista. I'm not sure. Alright, so our opponent kills us. It exiles bridge, yes, but they've done this all at like instant speed. So they would have responded for pretty much all of that except for probably the walking ballista. All right, so let's do the math here. They would have gotten 2, 4. So they would have gotten 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we would have been able to kill our walking ballista to get rid of them. So they'd have 4 of these, and then they'd have 4, and then they would have what would they have? So they'd have 4, and then they'd be able to get the Vengevine back. So 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 4. So they'd hit us for 4. Take us 18 to 14. We draw, and we draw again here. We'd have one more draw because we'd live one more turn. Turn 2 ballista would have stopped them from doing anything. What? How? I would like to know how. I see no way that changes anything here. Since we're playing one league, I'd like to know how. So we play that out, right? So they have the bowmat out, right? So what would we do with the walking ballista that would change any of that? I'll wait. I'll wait for the recap here. Let's go look at the replay really quick. So this is the replay. So we bottomed, right? So we would be drawing it as our first draw here. So they play a bowmat hit us. All right. So you're saying right there, instead of blood moon, we'd play a walking ballista for 1 here. Right. But, okay, so we'll play it through here. So we're not going to sack this is what we would suggest here, is what we're saying. So we'd have it on 1. They'd play this. Here, we would probably not block, is what we're saying. So we're not going to block. Okay, so at this point, we'd be able to play like Blood Moon, or we'd be able to abrade here. So at this point, what would we do? We'd have a walking ballista here. So what you're saying is we would abrade this so that they trigger this, and that's what would happen? And we'd have a walking ballista in here? Or they literally wait and then just discard it with this. So at this point, you would have mooned. We already mooned. We're past that. Unless you're catching up. Let's play through this. I want to know. I want to know the line, because I don't see it. I don't see the difference. So we're at this point. We have a walking ballista here, and we've mooned, and we have the option to abrade. We are walking ballista sitting here. Or no, this would be, you said you'd moon at this point, so the moon would be here. We would not have the abrade target. Okay, so we have Walking Ballista here. These are tapped in Blood Moon because I didn't ritual out Blood Moon. I played Walking Ballista. Okay, so we're at a Walking Ballista, tapped out Blood Moon. They have this board. So they go to their turn, like we expected. Okay, so we're sitting here like this. We have a Walking Ballista, tapped out Blood Moon. They have this board state. They play this, and in response, they do this. So here, we could, in response, crack our Walking Ballista. So that would stop this. So to me, what would end up happening instead here of this, their line, so let's just play this out. It would be totally different, I agree, but my opponent would discard one bridge. They would not go all in on this. They discard one bridge and draw. Then we'd have to make the call. So knowing that they have Bomat and Neonate, they discard one bridge to this, and now we have to decide, do we want to? You would still sit tight here, even if they played the other one. So we'd have one bridge out. So you'd sit tight here and get them too. At this point, you would sack Ballista. So they would have the line from my opponent would be discarding bridge here and getting one zombie. So we would have stopped one zombie. They would then play another bridge here, and then they would get one there. I'm going to count it out. So they have one there instead of two. A Faithless Looting. So they have 2, 3, Vengevine. So they have 3 now because of that play. So they'd have 3 plus Vengevine. And then if I killed that, the following turn they get a 4th. So they have 3, 2, 4, 6 plus a 4. So they'd put us to 14. We would draw our land. We'd be able to bridge. We'd do that in combat, so we'd be at 14 minus 6, so we'd be at 8 here. We'd be at 8 with this hand, and they would have 6 power on board. And I don't think I drew any, so the replay doesn't have it. So I would be at 8 with 6 power on the board here. So I get one more draw. And I didn't get to see what my draw was. So that line's slightly tighter, yes. Okay. We know for the future, chat. We know for the future. So we get one more draw, keeping Walking Ballista, mathematically. Yeah, I don't know if it would have really mattered. We would have had to have top deck an Anger or a Slagstorm there. All right, I'll keep this. We'll put a Chalice on 1 and see where it takes us, chat. I don't know, it's tough. That was a very explosive hand from our opponent. But wouldn't have been Blood Moon turn 2, so there could have gone Insolent Sack and play Gravecrawler and then Vengevine turn 2. Urnby's correct. Yes, we didn't see that line, but yes, they would have been able to play Vengevine turn 2, and then they would have gotten us in the same turn. Please be a creature deck, yep. But it could be Tron, and Chalice on 1 does help a lot. Urnby's correct, though. Oh, nice. Alright, we're going to get Chain Whirler out here and start hitting face. We need a giddy up here. Giddy up, chat. Blue-white. Maybe we'll find Rabblemaster. Please be a creature deck. So yeah, so I think Urnby's also right on that. And it's really hard not to play Blood Moon there because their deck is a lot of good stuff. Should hold runes if I could. It's fair. We'll try to get a Chalice here on 2. It's unlikely to resolve here, but it'll stop them from ruinsing for a turn. Please say okay. Thank you. All right, I'll take that trade. I understand the targets and stuff. They already had their 2 colors here, and we're not presenting a Blood Moon. Blood Moon would get countered as well. Chalcedon 2 is a fine trade, in my opinion. They do keep that card, so it's probably a land. They do have Cryptic now. Or D-Sphere. Feels good, chat. Feels good, chat. Looking for something good. Alright. Question is, which Chalice was the most important there? Chalice on 1, perhaps? Is Chalice on 1 more important or Chalice on 2? We can reset one of these. There's an argument that Chalice on 2, but then you don't get to play on 1, but we only have 1 more Chalice in the deck. So it's probably 1 here. Shuts down Op, shuts down Path. Maybe we'll draw our Hazoret. Some people argue for one or the other. It's going to stop a lot of their draws here. Logic Knot, remember, is not a 2 mana spell. They already have their search down. It would shut off all the Snapcasters. Chalice on 4, of course. We'll jam Chandra here. We do have to get through our opponent's counter magic. We'll see if they have it. I assume they do. Counter draw. They don't care about the Chalice on 1, apparently. By the way, every time I play against blue-white, D-Sphere shows up game 1. Almost 100% now. Condemn. Interesting. Colonnade for my opponent. Try to play Koth here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an argument to trying to put this bridge down versus hitting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll try bridge here. It doesn't hurt to attempt to resolve this, because if they counter this anyway, it's 1 more counter out of hand, and they were going to attack Koth anyway. This also prevents something like a Snapcaster just coming down, trying to beat this down. My opponent floats mana. What? Alright, so obviously Koth isn't going to hit here, but Koth was going to disappear anyway. So we're going to give our opponent basically 4 turns here to deal with Koth. It might be difficult for them. We'll find out. I will try to cast Simian Spirit Guide here. We'll tick up and pass turn. Obviously any Cryptic will do it. Any Snapcaster at this point will also stop Koth. So there is that small problem. Snapcaster, Cryptic, Bounce Bridge, pass to his turn. We got a bridge in hand, chat. We got a bridge. Island for our opponent. If this is to Fairy, it might be game over here. Nope, just the Colonnade. So like Hazoret wouldn't be a bad draw here. Sure. Link 509. It's going all right, man. How's it going for you? I might just throw this at their face. Oh, they block. You know what? To keep Hazoret online, let's go ahead and throw at face and see what happens. You never know, chat. You never know. Could be a lot of 1-drops over there. Russ is behind, chat. He'll forever be behind. Poor guy. There's an argument to like trying to bridge here. Obviously it stops the colonnade. Well, we'll try it now. My voice is nice. Well, I appreciate that. I can't really say that I would think as such, but pitching an op so that search for Azcanta can flip here, regardless of if they bin or not here. Yeah, this game. You argue this game's over. But is it really? Bunch of 1-drops. Could be it. Rabble Master. Not gonna do a lot. But that's okay. That's okay. Can play it out and decide what's good and what's not. Opponent is a logic nodding. Who knows? Maybe we'll bloodmin this. I don't know. They don't know about this bridge. They have no idea what my last card is. Rakdos Madness Silliness. Sweet. That sounds sweet. Alright, chat. I don't think I can beat Jace. And if he looks at the top, we'll go ahead and concede here. If he brainstorms, we'll entertain it. Alright, he's controlling the top. We'll pass to game number 2. Landfall aggro. Nice. Ooh, Chandra. That was definitely going to the bottom. Alright. Hazoret. Ubamask. Eidolons. Spyglass. Bridges out. Slagstorm's out. Abrade's out. 8 out, 8 in, chat. Pretty standard here. Scoop loops. I played against a black-red, like, kind of burnish life boss deck like that with the madness. I would love to play first. Well, we get to mulligan this. 1 land. And it says darn gemstone caverns, chat. I'm gonna like play a set of lands that doesn't do this. Mulligan here. Wow. Does anyone want to clip that? Did this change? I blinked and nothing changed. If there's a land on top, this is decent. If there's a land on top, it's decent. If there's no land, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I mean, this is a fairly aggro-based hand. Turn 2 Rabble, turn 3 Eidolon, turn 4 Chain Whirler. It's not too bad. It's not game-winning, but... What do you think, chap? What do you think? Chat participation here. Mainly because we're doing 1. You think a keep? Anybody else agree with Russ? Russ is kind of crazy. Mull. We have a keep, we have a mull. We get a scry though. Does that change Resolute or Link your minds? We have some keeps. Extreme risk. I like Mitmac Calf just putting it out there. Ship. Rules are for 7 land hands. Keep since you have a scry. I think it'll be okay. Need a strong start against blue-white. Turn 2 Eidolon to eat a path. Risk it for the biscuit. Alright, we have a lot of people that understand this is a hard risk. If I miss, we're doomed. Keep. Land on top. It's the wrong land, chat. I swear this land. I swear this land is becoming a problem. It's becoming a problem, chat. So what do? I can't cast Eidolon after Rabble Master. I have to keep it on top, but it's not a mountain. 100% top, yeah, but now we're rabbling. Next hand could be worse. Could be. Well, we're gonna go ahead and rabble and basically hope for them to path it. Turn 2 rabble, then turn 3 rabble. Russ might be incorrectly looking at this list. We'll hope for no spell snare here. I'm gonna draw a mana monkey. I'm gonna draw out a path here. Opponent put a stop on main. They paused briefly. Oh, nope. Getting in there, chat. We actually kind of sort of want them to path me. There is no turn 3 rabble, by the way, Russ. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. Draw out the path. Snapcaster blocks Rabble Master here. Alright, well, we don't get to play anything. Alright, chat. What do you like here? You like attack with Rabble into the Snapcaster? That's what's coming. They have a Snapcaster in hand, so would you like Rabble Master to go in? Chat, your call. Gotta take a drink of water while you decide my fate. All in, baby. You're cool with just eating a Snapcaster here? Alright, we have 1 and 1. All in versus no Rabble. See a little more. Don't do it. That's a no. Go, go. 2-2. They only play 2 snappies. Yep. We have 3 no's, 2. Just the minions, 4-2. Pirate, 5-2. Alright, just the minions. If I had something to play, then do it. Alright, pass turn. Burn their mana. Burned. We have a couple of do-its after it. Ancestral Vision's leaving up 2 mana, chat. Blood Moon. Let's just send in the minions again. If they snap, they get Blood Mooned. We'll wait when we can play Blood Moon. I don't mind just sending in goblins here. Quite honestly, chat, it's pretty okay. We'll bait it out here next turn. Oh, Terminus. Sweetheart. Of course. This is why we can't beat Blue-White Miracles. Alright, chat. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure not casting spells, chat. Alright. Who thinks Gemstone Cavern's a good card anymore? Time for the mountain. Oh, Gideon. Oh, Gideon. You gotta lose to Gideon. Land. Alright. It is time, chat. We'll go ahead and attempt a Blood Moon here. Incoming negate. Yeah, I feel it. Logic not. They're taking a little long. Yes. I'm not arguing 21 versus 22. I'm arguing about this land here. I'm gonna make a highlight after this. Surgicals are Blood Moon, chat. Oh my gosh. Talk about getting slapped around. Well, maybe we'll get the Eidolons. They get kind of countered by this thing, though. The thing, chat. They're about to draw cards. Get that out of there. Ancestral Vision's here on 1. Gemstone's good. Gemstone's good. Alright, well, we hit our land. We could... we could Koth. We could Chandra here. I kind of like the Koth hit Gideon. I think we have to try to get through the last counter. Good Chandra Eidolon, too. Which Planeswalker do we like more? We probably like Koth a little bit more. Koth hit Gideon ends up resulting in Koth dying. That is a thing. Where Chandra Eidolon does not. Koth gets around Gideon's target, but he's going to be at 1 and be like, hey, I just drew 4 cards, and I'm going to hit your Koth. I also don't really care about the target. I'm probably taking up for mana next turn. I have a feeling this is just going to get countered anyway. Does not. Interesting. Celestial purges my Celestial purge, chat. A lot of lines are fine there. Our opponent's going to draw a bajillion cards here. They're going to take 2 for doing that, though. Alright, so our opponent has 1,000,000 cards here. They can, yeah, tick up Eidolon, and then they don't get hurt by Eidolon. Jace. They look at the top of our deck. This is interesting, because I think I'm going to try to run out Koth here. It's a land. Now, Koth doesn't kill this, but they'd have to have Negate or Logic Knot here. Well, we'll see if they have it. I have an opportunity to play a second Eidolon here. I have an opportunity to play both Chain Whirl and Eidolon here. I want to tick up here. Colonnades here. Do I want Eidolon here, or do I want to swing at Jace? Swing at Jace, put him to 1. He could return. They swing here. Lose Jace, keeps Gideon around. You know what, chat? I'm going to go ahead and play a second Eidolon here. Something's telling me a second Eidolon's good. If they have to cantrip or do something weird like that, or if they have to counter anything in the future. We have 2 Eidolons. Gideon can only hit 1. Swing at Jace. I think we actually can beat Jace here. We'll see if they want to do anything with the Colonnade against Koth here. We're trying to avoid a Terminus, I guess. Ooh. Well, D-Sphere probably would have hit a whole variety of things there. A little surprised they went ahead and took 4 there. But I guess they want to use Gideon in here. Okay. Definitely tells me they do not have they do not have Terminus anywhere in sights. Well, I guess the swing in at Jace would have done a lot of things. They topping everything. We'll play Chain Whirler here and pass turn. They did give us a Simian Spirit Guide. This does hit them to 4. They can prevent the damage here. We're close, chat. We're close. Could top deck Hazoret. Gets an emblem. Alright, now we gotta deal with Gideon. That's smart. Bounces. They bounced it. Oh gosh. Fairy. Draw card, untap. I don't know, chat. This doesn't feel very good. This doesn't feel very good at all. Plays Search for his Kanta. Untaps 2 cards. Jeez. Maybe we'll draw another Chain Whirler. We're not really close anymore. Look at this card. This card's awful. This card is awful. I mean, we top deck a Ruins and we win this, so, you know. They see a land, they auto top it, and then we, like, get them. Just gotta kill Gideon, right? Just gotta kill this guy, this big guy. It's easy, right, chat? We could do it. We could do it. Who knows? Maybe we'll top deck our Boil. They brainstormed instead of taking a peek at ours. Preventing Chain Whirler damage. I mean, Teferi can bounce Simian Spirit Guide if it wanted to. They have Colonnade blocking. We'll see what we top deck. Rabblemaster. Well, I'll jam Rabblemaster. We'll see what happens. This has to be countered. My opponent hasn't played a counter in forever. Wow. Alright, well, I have to attack Gideon here. I need to get Gideon off the board. Colonnade's just going to block, like, Spirit Guide or something. They go to 1. They've moved to blockers already, so Gideon's going to go to 2. It's interesting. They have an unknown card coming here. That's not a Terminus. Unless they have just like Op Terminus. They get to see draw 4, 8, 9. 9 cards? That's it. You know who the fish is? The fish. This one? This fish? Zombie fish? Which fish? They can't use Flooded Strand. Rabblemaster doesn't get to poke at Gideon here. What do we draw? Chandra is interesting here. Chandra is interesting. We'll go to combat. We're going to try to pick off Gideon here and hit face, I think. They go to 0. It's the last time they can fetch, actually, chat. They can't technically fetch again. I'd like to move to combat, please. Please? Cryptic. Tap draw. Alright. Go ahead and attempt my Chandra here. Well, thank you, Dogfight. Thank you. By the way, Charles says hi. We've already discussed, though, I'm Charles. Negates. Alright. My opponent is at 0, so I actually don't have to attack them anymore. Maybe I can just attack Gideon. We'll find out. Celestial Purge has been found. Look at this. Goblin. Forgot about that one, didn't you, opponent? Goblin. Puts them at 2. Imagine if we had some sort of hasty threat. Would have been crazy. Got a bonus Goblin out of that one. Opponent's at 0, so our target is Gideon here. Opponent is looking for cards. Finds a Cryptic command so they can tap our team again. Let's see if they do it correctly this time. Damage prevented on Rabble. My opponent has Cryptic, so... And they're drawing 3. I find that interesting. Draws with Teferi as well. And suspends Ancestral Vision. Untaps 2 lands. We're going to move straight to combat. There's literally nothing I would want to play here. They have the Cryptic. We already know about this. It's a funny card to have. I can deal 2 damage to them. Looks like my opponent's going to do it correctly this time. No, they're not. Yes, they are. This token's got to land. You have priority one more time, opponent. Now you do it. Alright. We're going to hold the ruins here. It doesn't do anything. Well, F6. They have to board wipe or they have to... I don't know. I guess they could Teferi Emblem and like Sphinx's Rev for 3 million. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, they get another Jace. I don't think that's what they want. They've got to have like Snapcaster, right? Paths. Okay, I'll go get a land. Like Walking Ballista is an out, I think. It could be an out. I have 2 of them. They're eating my creatures, chat. They're eating all my creatures. Move to combat. We have to attack Gideon here. Can you imagine if we just had like a bolt or something? That'd be crazy. Oh, we'll play Eidolon. We're playing towards Walking Ballista. If we can find a Walking Ballista, things could get really cool. Like, really cool. Here, I'll play the Ruins out and see if they want to do their Field of Ruins stuff. Maybe I can Molten Rain them for 1. Gideon's at 2. They can bounce 2 things again here. They're going to draw and take damage, but it won't matter. Blood Moon is a hilarious card. Our opponent's at 19. Bounces token. They have another Jace in hand. That's probably why they're bouncing here. Preventing damage from Goblin. Remember when this used to be able to redirect, chat? Bounces. What's cool is they've bounced things that will not be drawn. So we're drawing live still. Snapcaster. They're at -2, chat. Snapcaster Path. Fair enough. Path goes to -4. I will draw land. That's fine. Thank you. Walking Ballista? Not yet. Damage is prevented, so we'll just pass turn. We kind of want to keep all these lands here. We got to keep up with Gideon here. Got to keep up with that Gideon. Cryptic Command entered. Okay. I'm still at 20 life. For what it's worth, chat. They're looking at my library. They put something on top. Maybe it's Walking Ballista. I'm just going to F6 here. I mean, my opponent's not killing me, so... They're kind of almost out of cards. I mean, Chain Whirl is a blocker, chat, so... Considering how far kind of behind we were, I feel pretty good where we're sitting right now. I don't know, maybe they get aggressive with all their cards here and then we just get Walking Ballista out. Look at the top card. Reading. Puts the card on the bottom. Alright, we have a live draw here. Aside from Gideon being a little too big to kill now. Aside from that small inconvenience. And they have a counter. Live draw here. Once again, my opponent's not attacking me, so for what's worse, chat. All right. $11 cards remaining. Can my opponent beat me? They'll never mill themselves because of Teferi. This is a true statement. They could try to do that. Remember, Teferi's got to be up at 3 for them to do that, though, every turn. They keep drawing. Haven't figured out what my opponent's trying to do. Maybe they have something crazy that they can just, like, machine gun us down here. Alright, we're going to hold cards now. Because we're going to play against Jace here. My opponent wants to emblem Jace. It's pretty obvious at this point. And so we'll draw cards. So that if he keeps activating Teferi, we can do some fun stuff here. Can they? Does that work? Can't lose the game because you can't draw the last card? That's crazy, man. They put the card back on top, so we've been drawing just lands here. I'm just going to F6 here. So they're going to look to win with Jace here. So 2 turns here. We'll see if they draw with Teferi anymore. They don't. I want to draw more cards, chat. They want to just win with Jace. I have to get rid of them no matter what. Fair enough. So my opponent's going to be at 6 cards. I'm going to be at 5. We'll just see what happens. They're reading some card here. Is it Walking Ballista? Can't be. It's probably Uba Mask. They're taking a while. It's probably Uba Mask. They put the card on top. It's got to be Uba Mask. It's got to be, chat. That took them too long. Let's see. They put it on top. Yeah, look at that. All right, we have 5 cards. I'm just going to F6 here. They seem to want to play this game. So we'll play it with them. I can respect desires, chat. Maybe we'll draw this first. So they're at 5 cards. We'll be at 4. Exiles and swaps. So we'll be too low. Maybe they'll accidentally activate something here. They're doing something. Playing Jace. They get to cycle through our remaining cards here. I can respect it. They put it whatever on the top. I think our opponent's got us. I think they have us, chat. They stopped activating Teferi. The clock is our only hope. Our opponent's playing too quick for the clock to be a hope. Bam. Swing in. I'm done with this. I'm going to make you block. Damage prevented. Our opponent's having a good time milling us out here. I guess that I'll respect it. I only have time for 1 league tonight, so play this one nice and slow, chat. Colonnade. Now they boot this up? Oh, opponent. This is not how you're supposed to be winning here. Nope. Nope. Wanted it to come down the last card. You're going to attack in. Nope, you don't get your dream. You don't get it, man. By the way, that puts them at 5-0, right? Wasn't this the list that was like... going? No. This was 1-1. All right, chat. Let's move it on. What do you know? Flavor failed by the opponent. They did everything, and they stopped with Teferi and everything. And then what did they do? They boot up Colonnade? Come on. We're gonna give you all the greatness. The greatest screenshot of all times. And you do that to us. You do that to us, man. Trying to be on your side. It's the ending of the Dark Tower. All right. We'll keep this. This is a variety of interesting things here. Our opponent's 0-1, we're 1-2. Okay. We can play. Oh, okay. We got a game here, chat. 8-whack. Hey, I play that card too. It's a pretty good card. Legion Loyalist. Followed by Goblin Guide. Show me. Ironically, Goblin Guide and Bridge are best friends. Chalice of the Void. It's a good card, isn't it, opponent? Look at that Chalice. Luckily, we have a Chain Whirler here. He's going to help clear up the map here. Flame of Keld. Oh, alright. Fair enough. I'm going to take a point of damage here to cast Chain Whirler. But that is okay. Goodbye board, opponent. We got him. We got him, chat. We're going to win from here. Promise you that. Feel confident. Flame. Bushwhacker gets countered. Kicker does not add. Concede. The reason we played the last game out, because then you get these that are like lightning fast. Lightning fast. Okay. So I don't feel like Hazard or Koth are very good in this matchup. And I'm not really sure about Walking Ballista, but we'll probably keep him. And Blood Moons are really bad, though. So Eidolon's a blocker. Probably bring in Eidolon to lower the curve. Shannon, what's up, man? What's up? Making some changes, chat. I don't know. Torp Orb's probably good. If it lets me do it, I'll add it. Torp Orb's probably worth considering. But we'll be okay. I believe we'll be okay. Yeah, Eidolon's reasonably fine against our opponents. So is this hand, so we'll go from here. Our opponent did mull. If they do something really strange here, we'll go ahead and abrade. A bit like this. So here, we'll go ahead and exile, we'll braid and get rid of the Burning Tree, because the following turn we can play Chain Whirler and be pretty set here. We take 4 instead of 7. And we get rid of the rest of their goblins. I was watching play Blue Eye Control on YouTube earlier. Do you ever watch any of your videos and see all the mistakes? I rely on my fine friends here to help me point out mistakes. I don't have time to look at my replays, unfortunately. On weekends, though, I do heavily consider what I've done or not done. We're going to jam Ramble Master and turn the tides under my opponent. But if you have any mistakes that I do see, I'm happy to discuss them here. I'd be happy to discuss. My opponent concedes. What were some of the mistakes And they don't have to be perfect examples. You just can say, hey, you should have played Blood Moon over this, or you should have held for Boil, or, you know, whatever it is. Because every game of Magic's very different. So we're 2-2. We're going to go into our final match here. I know a few people have called out that I've made mistakes on YouTube. There's been 1 or 2 people that have called out mistakes, though, and said, well, when he played, like, when you drew this 2 turns later, you would have been better to play this. And that's a little bit harder to say is a mistake, because I might have been thinking of some other card I might draw. So we were playing to different outs. So those are a little bit harder to swallow when people say those are mistakes. The Random Drooler. By the way, this one's for Russ. I'm a 2-2. That means I've played 4 games and my opponent's 0-0. Just saying. We're going to go ahead and keep this and hope we need to be aggressive. We'll see. Just in general, I figure as a professional Magic player, you would watch to up your games. Well, sweet thing is I'm not a professional Magic player. Not that that should discount being a better Magic player, which is what I want to do. But I'm not a professional Magic player. Slight difference. I do a lot more spreadsheets and analysis of the meta, trying to beat the meta before I get into game. Russ, I'm playing a 0-0 person. This is gonna be bad. And we're 2-2. That's your algorithm there. Wouldn't call it a mismatch. I'm just saying it's just it happens a lot. Horizon Canopy, Welding Jar, Hanger Back. All right, let's play this game. Rabble Master, let's go. Let's go. Oh, you're saying that makes sense because we're 0-0 technically when you kind of average it out? That's a weird way to think about it, but I can see that. I can see that. Also, Shannon, we have a punt counter, and no one holds me accountable to that, so it's confusing. I have it. We can definitely punt away. Unless I'm just that convincing that people are just like, oh yeah, that makes sense, Fluffy. Yeah. Yeah, ramp out Chain Whirl instead of Blood Moon on turn 1. Perfect. I understand. Unless that happens. Oh. Let me see if this thing... Let me see if something's been updated. Pending review. Pending review. All right. Nope. Not tonight, chat. There's a Blood Moon. It's kind of bad in this matchup. Jeff Vader, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Where'd you read that, Russ? Where'd you read that, man? Let's go ahead and attempt to destroy Hanger Backwalker here. I kind of don't mind it actually going across here. I was kind of hoping they'd just let it go because we have Chain Whirler for later. You don't get to play enough paper Magic? It's not too bad. It's not too bad on there's a Throne of Geth. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, chap. You know what else is pretty good? Like Hazard, Rabble Master. Shannon's got the punt meter going, chat. I don't know what we're punting, but we're punting. We'll trade Rabble Master here. I'm gonna do this because then I'm just gonna Chain Roller right after. Once a week's not too bad. You get to play Friday Night Magic. I assume that's kind of what you're doing. It's harder to justify playing more. It's going to be 3. That's fine. 3. They're going to make 3 1-1s. 4 1-1s. They're going to go all in on this. Oh, I like that. Yeah, opponent. Yeah, make that 4-4. Yeah. Goodbye. Alright. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Arcbound Worker. And Arcbound Ravager. There's an Abrade. So we'll save the Abrade here. We'll Rabblemaster just to get more pressure in. They'll probably be a little hesitant. They can't really kill Chain Whirler here, so it's fine to throw him in. 2 blocks here and then eat 1 and then grow this is fine as well. They take 5 by doing that. They could also block here and kind of go all in on Ravager. At that point I have the Abrade to follow this up. Oh, wins minus losses. How long they've been waiting. See, I thought that was mainly it. Yeah, and then replay. Cool. Well, there you go, Russ. Drafts are cool. I'm down with drafts, man. Drafts are sweet. All right, so they're gonna go all in here. They're gonna block 1 from a goblin, and then they're gonna make this a 4/4. I think I'm okay with that because we can just Abrade this and win. My opponent literally has to have another artifact here. It can be expensive for a digital product, I will admit to that. The amount of time and games and just fun and value has totally been worth it for me. My opponent cracks Horizon Canopy, which means they need a land and a 1-drop here. They do realize they're pretty much dead here on board. Alright, Hardened Scales. This is actually a difficult matchup for us, but I enjoy playing it right now because I need the practice. Let's see here, what time is it? Yeah, I got time. So Damping Matrix and Spyglass need to come in. Angers, Abrades need to come in, and a Shattering Spree. Boil, Hazard, and Uba Mask don't do much. Eidolon's question mark. We haven't decided if Eidolon's worth it. We need bridges. Chain Whirlers are good to, like we saw there. Rabblemaster doesn't get through, but does. It's kind of weird. So I don't know if this Hazard's like makes any sense. Their stuff's so big. Koth could make sense as a quick finisher behind a bridge, so we'll keep him in. Chandra's a removal potentially. Chalice just gets really awkward at times. I'm almost wondering if it's like worth it to remove. So from our sideboard guide that we've been kind of putting together, the recommendation is like 4 Rabblmasters out and Blood Moon, which is probably the correct play. I could see like a Hazoret maybe, because you can still get a Chalice on 1 or 2 and it really, really hinders your opponent. It just gets really awkward with their Throne of Geth. But if you have it on 1 and get a Damping Matrix out or a Spyglass, then you're pretty good. So the traditional is Rabble Blood Moon for this package. So like we talk about how this gets awkward, but the power level of this card is pretty insane. We'll leave Hazoret in, we'll do this switch, and we'll see if that plays out, because that's what our sideboard guide suggests. And the sideboard guide is put together by Russ and myself. We're kind of working on it still. Okay. I guess I keep this. And hope they don't have Welding Jar. Let's see what happens, chap. A absolute strangest hand, but it feels decent. We'll get rid of one ruins here. I don't need to tap a whole bunch of red. You didn't know what you're gonna watch for your MTG fix? Well, lucky for you, it's a short stream tonight. Lucky for you, man. A few coupon codes. Nice. Coupons. Coupons, man. If they ever play a welding jar here, I might like hold the Anger of the Gods. Try to make it... Oh my gosh, chat. Alright, we'll put Spyglass down here. Walking Ballista and Arcbound Ravager here. I'm gonna go ahead and name Arcbound Ravager here. That might encourage them to play the Walking Ballista first, and then we can anger the gods. By the way, this is a sort of non-bow here. Just saying. Playing anger the gods though on the Walking Ballista would be much nicer. Much nicer. See if we can get this one. It would be really nice, chat. I would really appreciate it. I know, Slick Rick, you're kind of coming in late. We do have a shorter stream. I have work things to do, unfortunately, so we will be playing a little shorter tonight. But I'll send you off to a good person to watch. They play Ravager anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and get real greedy here, chat. I'm going to play Simian Spirit Guide and pass. I'm going to get real greedy. How long are we talking? How long for what? How long are we going to be live for? Probably for maybe another 20 minutes. I want this down. I want something else. Yeah, maybe about 20 more minutes. I'll send you guys on to see greatness. Don't worry, chat. I'm being really greedy with my Shattering Spree. I feel you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Walking Ballista comes down, becomes a 3/3 because of hardened scales here. I'm not going to block here. I'm just going to take it. And then we're gonna swing in. What's cool here... There's a lot of things that are cool now. I'm gonna go ahead and swing in and see if they block with Walking Ballista. If they do, then it can't hurt us as much. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Chandra, Anger the Gods. Seems good. Seems good. I'll leave this Shattering Spree to get some good stuff. They're going to go ahead and hit Chandra down a couple times here. That's fine with us. My opponent LOLs. I missed it. So they make a 5/5 here. I'm pretty okay with this. So we're gonna lose Chandra here. So you could call that a punt. So whoever wants to like keep track of punts, that would be a punt. We gave our opponent more options there. We'll see if they attack me or Chandra. They attack Chandra here. That's fine. Play our land here, and we'll go ahead and Shattering Spree here. We'll replicate. I just need to replicate twice. Thank you. But yes, that is a punt. This is indestructible, chat. The punt there is that we keep Chandra if we Shattering Spree and we don't get so greedy. That is the punt. And then we'd have an active Chandra. A Welding Jar. Right on time. And a Mox Opal. Thank you, chat. We'll jam a Simian Spirit Guide out here and pass the turn. We'll probably fire off this Ruins here shortly. Arcbound Ravager. 2/2s all around, chat. Let's go ahead and swing in here and see what they do. No blocks. Play our Chandra down here. Tick up. And pass the turn. So we may win this because of this Chandra now, but let's see where we go from here. There's a bridge. We'll tick up. Do I need to fire this off? We can just do this. It should get rid of the Welding Jar here, which is kind of nice to get rid of, and then we'll bridge right behind it. That'll keep Chandra alive here. Arcbound Worker. Slagstorm. We'll tick up here. Bonus Bridge. I'll go ahead and play Bonus Bridge here. And we will also Slagstorm to get rid of these creatures. Pass the turn. Alright. I think we're set up pretty well here. I think we can proceed to just hitting face. Blood Moon's not a bad draw here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll cash in the 2 damage here. Blood Moon here and pass turn. It's a group of us that definitely take the list as far as it goes. Actually, I don't need to play this. I can hold this for damage. What I do appreciate is my opponent kind of noting they missed the Gigantic Ballista play. I don't think it would have necessarily killed us, but it lets us see the different lines that we needed to be worried about. Opponent finds a Walking Ballista here. They can ping Chandra down a couple times here. We're not out of it just yet. If they allow us to go to our turn, we probably Ensnaring Bridge. They need to play this and ping immediately. So it's a little 3/3. Becomes a 4/4. Should ping at least once. There you go. Well done. Scary thing with them pinging once is if we top deck a cool thing here. Chalice. We're going to put a Chalice on 2. There's a lot more things on 2 that I'm worried about than on 1. Even though it shuts off our braids, I think this is better. We already have our Spyglass down. We need a Damping Matrix. What are my thoughts about this list to a GP? I can tick up twice here, so we're gonna lose our Chandra here if they would like to kill it. What are my thoughts? I think you can potentially do well, but you probably need practice. I think it can really do a lot against the field. I'm wondering if this deck would do better with a couple buys on the first round, because we really lose to a lot of random decks online that are not really meta specific. A Damping Matrix here would probably win it for us. Our opponent's probably deciding what they want to do here with this Walking Ballista. Ouch. By the way, adding with Hardened Scales out on a Walking Ballista. How's the blue-white control matchup? That one's a hard one, and that's why I'm a little worried about suggesting it just yet. You definitely can win. The problem is that you'll lose some game ones, and probably a majority of game ones versus game twos and threes. The problem is that, and I think someone said it well, it's a race to whoever gets to 2 matches. And so with that kind of mentality, you have this slight problem where they're racing and they're going to get 1 ahead. And so they have 2 tries to get their third, where you have to kind of go back to back. And against blue-white, it's a little bit harder, at least in my experience. Opponent pings this once. Let me tick up, see what I get here. Nothing of relevance. We'll play Koth here. It'll give them 2 things to worry about here, and we'll pass turn. We're kind of in bad shape, though. Green-black is really easy to beat most times. We'll have to see what Assassin's Trophy does, but I would... If you were to tell me I need to play a blue-white player, a Jund player, or a green-black, I would pick green-black 100% of the time. Green-black players, for whatever reason, don't play a whole lot of basics. They like to try to cheat on all the mana, being greedy, and they're more likely to ruin what they're doing a little easier. Obviously, Abrupt Decay and then like Assassin's Trophy might change that here. So it depends on when your GP is. I haven't had any big problems with rock decks, though. Blue-white, yes. Abzan I have, and Jund I have. Which is funny because those are the 3-color decks. But having access to white or like the 3rd colors in Jund or whatever, for whatever reason, seems to do a lot of problems for us. So if chat's paying attention here, you'll notice that our punt from way earlier is costing us this game. Portland, December 7th and 9th. Well, you have time. You have time to learn it. You have time to ask questions in the Discord or the MTG Salvations forums. So you have time to make the call if you think it's a good idea or not. The meta is going to be completely different. We are watching Assassin's Trophy carefully. One thing that's nice is it has to hit an opponent's permanent, not your own permanent, so they can't use it as fixing. Walking Ballista is actually a pretty nice draw here. 1, 2. So we can win the game here. Does anybody see it? 1, 2, 3. You see it, chat? We're going to make mana here before we get too frisky. And then we will take up with Chandra. Cool. So we got our 2 damage in, and then we'll make Giant Ballista here. I'll say no to that. I need the 2 damage to hit. 8, 9, 10, 11. It looks like I'm 1 short. I'm 1 short, chat. It's a 7/7 walking ball, though. Just kidding. Oh, our opponent's not too happy with that. Yeah, we can hook you up. All right, so we got that one. Let's hook up a low house here really quick. It's really easy for me to find. Let me get the page 1 so I can make a command here. Bam. And then let's nightbot this command. Because people do ask. Commands, custom. Let's just do, command's gonna be MTG Salvation. Salvation. There you go. Bam. Alright. Manny Bolus got it, but we'll have a command for the future as well. So that's that. If you are a Discord user, you can definitely join us on Discord as well. And I'll go ahead and copy that link as well. That way you can kind of join and talk with us as well. You'll get a little more. So I view both. I just don't post an MTG Salvation as often as I do. But I do try to make an effort to go there at least twice a week. Usually on a Thursday, I kind of glance through some stuff. In the Discord, you're going to get a lot more what we're trying. And so you'll kind of see some of the thought process. But if you're looking for a little more results and a more hardened list, MTG Salvation is where you go. Discord can confuse you. We're going to be talking a lot about the new cards in there. We're going to have a lot of lists. You're going to see a lot of my Charbelcher list. You're going to see a lot of my list where I decide to cut Chalice completely. You'll see lists where we bring Magus back in. You're going to see all kinds of stuff, and especially with new cards. So don't get confused. I would argue Russ is posting a lot and has an 80% win rate with this. He's doing very well. I haven't quite figured out why I'm not doing as well. So we have kind of 2 points, but I usually do go 3-2 in leagues. So there's that going for you. But I think if you do that research, you can decide by December if this is the deck for you. Yeah, Raystack being the creator of the deck. By the way, chat, we have the creator hanging out here. Yeah, the MTG Salvation, people, it's like more set in stone, so people are a little more hesitant. I'm not just going to jam these weird lists. Every now and then I post something kind of oddball in there. That's how I got the little bit of the coin of the mad scientist. Their sideboard is in the Discord. That's probably going to be changed. It needs work, and I need a few more points from Russ. But yeah, it exists. You can see it here. This is what we're working on. There's like a whole bunch of lists that I'd like to consider, but when you're playing, you're gonna see like these top 10 most of the time, or top 12. So this is in the Discord somewhere. So you have this. I have another spreadsheet as well. So those are gonna be like your best resources for figuring out how to play this deck. I think one thing that I need to figure out, and Raystack, maybe you can help us brainstorm with some ideas, but I'd like to go game 1 and game 2 opening hands and kind of go what are really good hands, what are more balanced hands against unknown opponents, and then what do you look for in the certain matchups that are like maybe the better hands to look for, and put some bad hands in there but put some good hands in there. That'll take a lot of work, but maybe we can come up with some way to do that. You can link it to MTG Salvation. Maybe give Russ and I like a week or 2 more, and we'll have it done. Obviously, that changes, and with the meta changing a little bit with the new cards coming out, you know, things are always in flux. Your only difference is Chain Whirl inside. I run 3 Angers main and 3 Abrades main and 2 Hazards main. I could see 2 Hazards. I would entertain the split a little more. 3 Angers in the main. I kind of go more that camp link, but Russ will tell you Slagstorm can at least hit face in the control matchup, which is fair. You have to decide if anger really matters. If you're seeing a lot of Bridgevine decks, go for it. If you're not, Slagstorm's fine. These are the small calls that you have to make going to a GP. And then you just, you know, sit down and against Burn, Slagstorm all day, doesn't matter. Against even Hollow One, it kind of really doesn't matter. You're just trying to buy time usually in that. Bridgevine, you want an anger. So you'll miss it a little bit. It is very difficult, Ray. I think what we can do is probably talk about game one, and in a vacuum, what are some of the better hands to keep, and maybe we talk about what this hand does. That might be a good way to approach it. Because if you're sitting here with this, you know, and your starting hand is 2 lands, Simian Spirit Guide, Chalice, Blood Moon, you've got like everything. It's more of like play the Chalice, play the Blood Moon, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. But if you have like a Rabble Master, a Bridge, a Chalice, a Mountain, and like an Abrade, what does that hand do? Versus if the Abrade or the Rabble Master was like a Chandra and a Bridge, what does that hand do? Which they both play completely differently. If your meta's Bridgevine and Dredge, which you've indicated here, yeah, Anger all day. Don't play Slagstorm. That's the obvious choice. All right, chat. I'm cool with talking about this a little bit more. I don't know if I have anyone to toss you to just yet. I'm cool with chatting a little bit more, though. Got a few minutes before I need to get off and get ready for my meeting on work. But if it's even on the draw, then an opponent turn 1 will definitely signal his 60. Or just in this case, what we identify all archetypes immediately. Oh yeah, would agree with that totally. More just indicating where your starting 7 leads you. But you can like pivot it, and that's why I kind of make the comment. If you can Chalice, Blood Moon, you have a Simian Spirit Guide, a Mountain, and they play like Island, yeah, just jam Chalice on 1. If they play like something more creature based or something, maybe Blood Moon, you know. But you have to make that call you have to make that call. What if your opponent plays turn 1 Ghost Quarter? Their taxes or Eldrazi? Look to play, skip the Chalice and play Blood Moon. That's your play. Taxing lists usually play that. Field of Runes more an indication of a blue-white control player. Ghost Quarter is more of an indicator of a Leonin Arbiter. You look to Blood Moon. If they don't play Chalice because they passed, then your Chalice on 1's not doing a whole lot. You may lose out to a top deck Swamp or Godless Shrine, and they Thoughtseize your Blood Moon, but you're giving your opponent 1 draw to do that. And they've decided to keep a, for whatever reason, Ghost Quarter and not turn 1 Thoughtseize you. So you ramp out the Blood Moon. Cut and dry there, man. Anything else, chat, before we wrap it up here? Kind of looking through to see who to maybe raid. So I was playing Blue-White Spirits. They mulled to 5 and played a Ghost Quarter. They didn't play anything else until they conceded. Game 2, they were on Dredge. So we would have put them on taxes. We would have kept Blood Moons in. We would have kept Bridges in. We would have gotten rid of Rabble Masters, and that would have been perfect for Dredge. We would have brought in Chain Whirlers. The Torp Orb would have been probably a dead card. But our sideboard would have been fine. Because we're looking at, are you creature-based or are you control-based? Raysteg asks a very good question. Let me attempt to answer that one, because a lot of people do ask this. Improve that green devotion list, Slicklerk. Shannon, I could look at that person. I'm cool with doing that. All right, Raystag asks the million-dollar question. So we're going to look at this and then we'll go raid. All right, chat, we're going to answer this question, then we're probably going to go raid. Turn 1, you have the option to Blood Moon or you have the option to Chalice. What do you do? Now you have to sort of look at the options of, if I have 2 lands and 2 ritual spells, You probably want to lean a little more towards the Blood Moon, perhaps, because you can follow with a Chalice. But if you have, say, 3 lands, Simian Spirit Guide, Chalice, and Blood Moon, the kind of Dream 6 with probably an Ensnaring Bridge sitting off to the side, that's the Dream 7 in some cases, or a Chandra. What is better? And this is my spreadsheet trying to answer that. But I say trying to answer that because it still doesn't answer that. So this was done at the beginning of August. Notice this probably looks very different now. Let's make it a little bigger for you guys. Uh-oh, I don't know how to make it. Never mind, it's not like Excel. Thanks, Google Docs. All right, really quick, you look at this, and this is a bunch of the decks. This is the top 26 decks at the time. And all this does is says whether Blood Moon is good or not. And then this on F here says whether Chalice is good or not. Now, I used to have a percentage and stuff, but basically here, you can kind of tell if it's about 15 cards or so, you probably want the Chalice. Blood Moon is much better on turn 1. But, you play a Blood Moon, you'll see I have like a yes here on like KCI, it's good, but it's not great. Blue-White Control, it's good, but it's not great. I even actually say Blue-White Control, it's not as good. By itself, Blood Moon doesn't really lock them out. Humans, definitely. Tron, it can, definitely. Burn, yes, it's good. Jeskai Control, Bant Spirits, and Grixis Death Shadows, certainly. And Jund, yes. It's kind of funny because I indicate Blue-White Control. You want it, but you don't need to rush it out, and that's kind of what the highlight means. Vengevine, it's non-critical. This has been changed to this is critical, and I'd change this to a yes. But it's Moon. It's Moon most times now. When Grixis Death Shadow was a big thing, you would actually Chalice first. It was a better piece then when Hollow One and Grixis Death Shadow. Blood Moon now, and so that's a change from February to how you play now. Shannon, you got that name of that person? You said 12 people. I don't know if I like Blue-White Control, but I don't mind helping someone out. I see a bunch of people at 12, so you'd have to tell me who it was. Answer the $1,000 million question. It's Blood Moon today, and it was Chalice in Q1 of 2018. So what's the answer for tomorrow? I don't know, chat. I don't know. What do you got for me, Shannon? We'll wrap this up. We'll get you guys over there. I know it's a shorter stream tonight. I do appreciate everyone that's joined us. Thank you guys so much. I do very much appreciate it. If you've enjoyed yourself, don't forget to hit that follow button. Help support the stream. We're trying to get to our next milestone. Dylan Hoovy. Let me see if I can find this person. Dylan Hoovy. All right. So we have a few people. We have a Modern Lantern person that's at 7 viewers. We have this Dylan Hoovy that's playing Blue-White Control. Okay, you haven't watched him. No problem, Cloud B Lead. Here, let's give you guys some options. Let's see here. Let's see here. We have a Bant Spirit player. That's down here. Got a couple viewers. What's this person? That's Cube. I want to send you guys. We have a Tron player. Tron's not bad to watch, chat, because it helps you understand the matchup. We have a competitive Modern League Hollow One. Spooky Boys, we could do some Bant Spirits. Bant Spirits did well. That guy's got 3 viewers. We can boost him here. Boost him up. Let's do that. I like the Blue-White Control, but I don't mind actually seeing the Bant Spirits. Let's do the Spooky people. We're approaching that Halloween time. Let me see. Let me make sure he's actually gonna stick around here. Sponsor me here. Dude, this guy needs some help. Alright. The Mason Clark. We're gonna go ahead and go over there, chat. I would appreciate if you join and give him a little hello. Maybe a follow if you enjoy it. He's definitely playing the Bant Spirits. Once again, chat, thank you guys so much. We stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Follow the Twitter for the most up-to-date information. Yada, yada, yada. All that good stuff. We'll see you next time, chat. Peace out.